Cry 2 is an open world, and it's not just open in the sense that you're free to go where you want and do what you want. It's open in terms of its story as well. In Far Cry 2, you have one mission, and that's to hunt down and kill the Jackal. The Jackal is an arms dealer who's selling guns to both sides in this sort of factional conflict that's tearing apart this kind of failed African state. And the way you go about doing that is really up to you. There are warlords, and there are their captains and their lieutenants, and then there are the buddy characters who are like you, sort of free agents for hire in this world. But the story isn't like chapter after chapter after chapter with levels in it. It's an open world and it's an open story. The way you work for the factions is up to you. Whether you take out the captains or the lieutenants or the warlords, it's up to you. Your buddies that you're working with, their lives are in jeopardy, and if they die in the game, they're gone from the game. And they're a big advantage to you to have them around, and so sort of picking your friends and picking your enemies is really the most important part. For us, it was really important to make sure that the AI would fight in an autonomous way. So the AI is very aggressive, and they fight back very, very hard, and they really maneuver a lot. We really wanted to make the game, what I call it kind of a shoot, then move concept, which is if you're moving and shooting, you're not going to have any accuracy. You need to go to iron sights, and if you're staying still, the AI is slowly sort of closing the circle of death around you. So you really need to like move to a cover position, and we don't have a cover mechanic. We want to keep everything really fluid and moving quickly. But you move to a cover position, you put a bunch of accurate rounds on target quickly, and then you got to displace because the AI is already closing in on you, and that's the kind of dynamic we want. The way you take care of your health in Far Cry 2 is that you have Syrettes that will keep your health at full, but if you take too bad of a wound, you'll need to perform first aid on yourself, and that can mean anything from, dislodging a bullet that's been, trapped in your elbow, or like relocating your shoulder if it's been dislocated by an explosion. So we've built over 60 different animations for the avatar to be performing first aid on himself. The most important thing about the Far Cry 2 engine is just to know that we built it from the bottom up in order to support next-gen development for not just for PC, that was our original goal, but also for console development for other titles coming out of Ubisoft. So the technology is really there to support the idea of going anywhere you want in fully open worlds, where everything is dynamic, including all of the lighting, including all the vegetation, including all the grass, and there's no loading at any time. So you're always free to go anywhere you want in a 50 square kilometer open world. Still, when we see it on a PC running at 2560 resolution, on a 32-inch LCD screen, it's unbelievable. But seeing it in HD on a big plasma TV on your 360 or your PS3 is an amazing sight.